Shalom Akim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of great mystery well, and the Akim tried to fall corners of the earth, preaching the gospel from Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth and diligence of mind. This is the Brother Menashe DC camp, with another lesson to edify the hopeful elect. Yeah, so Babylon and Sodom is going down the drain. Yes, there's nothing, that the people can't do, all right, to hold back the the path, hold down the downfall of Babylon, all right, Sodom. Yeah, so it's all part of prophecy, all right, because the Lord is tired of Babylon, right? The Lord is tired of Babylon and Sodom, all right. So the Lord has to burn this place down. The Lord had to let His prophets know and His people know that we need to get ready to see the demise of this place. Okay, it's uh it's unwinding itself. It's crumbling apart, and a lot of people just choose to ignore it. But for those in the know, all right, the men of the Lord, and those of the other nations, including to those of our people that see it, and they know that it's not a good case. There is no positive outcome for Babylon. Okay, America is just going down the drain. All right, so here you have here on the on the screen, two sodomites, man. They're hoping that Babylon will continue. But little do they know that the Lord Abba Shema Shai is closing the curtain on this place. All right. And that's the reason why the Lord put this elite in positions of power, all right, key positions, to make sure they bring about, the destruction of this place. Okay, because there's no one on this earth that can resist the will of the Lord. All right. So I'm going to read a quick precept from the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15. All right, because all part of prophecy that the Lord has already put in books for our people to know that He's about to shake this place down. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. That's it. It's that clear. There's nothing, besides what the Lord has said that's going to happen. Okay, as the Lord has decreed it, so shall it be. All right. So I just played a clip real quick.
You ask what brought us into this industry. There is something primal and beautiful about being able to feed somebody something. You automatically share an experience with that other human. The delivery, it's the taste, it's the smell, it's everything. And it's just silence now. We've already been in this for a year, and we imagine for another 6 months we're still going to be in it. I just find I can't look at the big picture anymore. I just have to look at every day. Jen and I have had multiple conversations of what happens if we don't make it.
Ran into each other at a bar, and we ended up having a great time, and we just
got married a couple weeks later. No, I'm kidding. I remember I bought her a pack of 5,000 red and white pens for Christmas, and it was in a box, and the pens were already logoed Jen Chan's on it. It's like, we're going to have a restaurant one day, and it's going to be called Jen Chan's. To have a restaurant in our neighborhood is the culmination of every dream I think I could possibly have about what I would like in my life.
Yep. So that's what Babylon is becoming. All right. The folks in the middle and the folks at the bottom, they're just gonna be sinking and sinking and sinking. All right. So another precept will be from the book of Habakkuk. Yeah. So the Lord is pulling the curtains on this place, man. There's nothing, people can do. All right, to hold back the downfall of Babylon. Yeah, so it's just a message from the Lord to our people that they need to get right and get ready. Okay, because you don't want to partake of plagues, right? You don't want to fall victim, to the coming destruction. All right. So Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Yep, and that's what we're seeing now, the destruction, all right, the demise of all these businesses. Just like, when you read the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, read about the curses when the Lord talks about, how people's going to go through a hard time. Their businesses are going to fail, their families will be broken apart, oppression, all that. Now the heathen is beginning to feel it, okay? The heathens, Lord doesn't really care if they're sodomites or straight or not. The businesses is going down the drain, all right? So whatever, these heathens have, man, the Lord has already, slated it, for it to be crushed, at the end of the day. They might survive the whole, pandemic, propaganda, but the Lord's still going to destroy it, whether they're business or not, all right? So it's just a sign of the times, and unemployment is going to keep on going up, you know. And it's just hilarious, how they always like to say the economy is strong while people are basically going into debt. And usury, that's another key reason why the Lord has to tear down Babylon. That's the reason why the Lord has to get Esau out of power. All right, that's part of Yahweh's main focus. All right, to destroy the tabernacle of iniquity. All right, and to bring about the salvation of our people, and to conquer the powers of this world. All right, namely these Edomites, man, because they've proven themselves to be unworthy of ruling the world and judging the world.
Walk in one day, and all of your dining room tables are now being used to hold to-go boxes. Our restaurant just isn't pulling in what it was enough to cover our rent.
How often are you evaluating the survival of your restaurant?
Daily.
Even if they own the building where the restaurant is, the revenue stream is still not going to be as what it used to be. All right, because they still have to pay employees that are working, and they have to pay, bills and all that stuff. Yep. So you just have to understand, man. The Lord got all bases covered, just like Esau is laying the snare for everyone. The Lord is laying a snare for 2/3 of our people and the heathen. The Lord has set up a trap for them. All right. So I'm going to read from the book of Isaiah, chapter 3. I'm going to restart from verse 9. It says, the shew of their countenance doth witness against them. Right, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. The shew of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their souls, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Yeah, so when the land is evil, and all these perversions is becoming a tradition of this place, the Lord has no other option but to, press the button, press that destruction button. And this is what we see. The Most has already given the word that Babylon has to fall. All right. And, unemployment's going to go into the skies, man, And then you're also going to have crime, sadness and starvation, famines and all that stuff. It's going to be violent, in the cities of America really, really soon. This protest is just, what you call it. It's just a warm up, it's just a, a prequel to the main event, where these folks will go against each other, all right? Because the so called experts are basically talking about, that America is basically on the brink of a civil war. Yeah, so expect, more craziness. Folks are just losing their minds left and right. Okay? And, envy and jealousy, man, is going to be on the menu really soon. Home invasions and all that. Yeah, so another precept that's going to be from Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that describes Babylon for you. Confusion. And the Lord is not going to let this place continue any longer. It's that simple. The Lord has let this place to have its run. So it's just a few more moves and that's it for this place. All right.
So this would be a ground
Did
meeting.
you do the briefings or the?
Started off as a supper club.
I just need one right now.
Most of our subscribers choose Tuesday delivery day because that's how we created the supper club.
Hey, Mel?
We have a lot in Marietta. We have them in Johns Creek. We have them in Clarkston. We have them way outside of 285. Delivery supper club is it's what's saving us. That and all the money we borrowed. Trying to raise money for our liquor license renewal. It's a lot of money. It's $5,000 that we didn't really get to use this year.
Yep, and you know how it is, a liquor license for $5,000. Can you tell me a hustle and usury and oppression? That's Babylon for you. $5,000 just to have a liquor license. Yeah, so that's money going to the pockets of these so-called politicians. So I think the Lord is happy with all that, fleecing and all that nonsense. Yeah, so, that's why a lot of people, man, that are waking up, they say, you know what, let the Lord just burn the place down, man. That they're willing to start again in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Shai Ba'ashem, Dash. Even the heathen want this place to go. They're tired of all the madness, man, That's a lot of people are checking out, man. They're committing suicides, man. Because they're giving up hope. Yeah, so that's why the men of the Lord have to, stay, in the spirit, and have that enduring mindset to see everything true. All right. So Revelation chapter 18 verse 4 says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Yeah, so that's a commandment. All right, that's a straight up commandment. That the elect have to abandon this place, man. Whatever's attaching us to this place mentally, you should put it on the back burner. Your salvation is drawing near. Okay, so you have to make that ultimate sacrifice. All right. Then verse 5 says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai Ba'ashem Kwakadash hath remembered her iniquities. Yep. So everything, man, that this place has done against the Lord, or the Lord, against the children of Israel, the Lord is about to repay Babylon back. Okay, Babylon and Sodom. They're about to reap their reward. All right.
Servers aren't making anything. Most of them are all on unemployment. We're just in a tough spot along with every other business in Atlanta and the planet. Honestly, thought this morning very hard about how much longer I can do this and whether or not it is right to put my family through this, because we just keep borrowing money. It seems silly sometimes. I lost my uncle early on to COVID. There's no Thanksgiving, there's no those moments that you have that make it all better. It's hard on relationships, it's hard on, a 2.5-year-old who needs to be socialized.
One more. It's our son Mick. He's a little ball of happiness.
Stealing all my cilantro. He's here every day of the week. We don't have daycare anymore. We lost it. We lost it in 2020. You better be.
Yep, so it's gonna be bitter, in 2021 because it's gonna get so messed up, when you have a lot of people refusing to take, that vaccine, and they rather go jobless. It's gonna get uglier, and people are gonna get desperate because it's gonna be crazy, man. They rather just say, F it, they're not going down with this system. Yeah, they're gonna do whatever they can, and they're gonna take matters into their own hands. Yeah, so just imagine, women, they're gonna be victim, man. A lot of women gonna fall into this pit hole called Babylon, man. All right. Yeah, so it's gonna be an ugly display of what you say, of barbaric behavior. You know.
Careful. I know he's seen our stress. This has been a very stressful year for our family. You take him to the park and he plays for an hour and he's fantastic. We're gonna go in a few, okay? Gotta run some errands.
Yeah, so there's no assurance from these so-called politicians to guarantee the safety and the livelihoods of these people. All they have is just empty words. Okay, so from the book of Second Peter, all right, I'm going to read chapter 2. I'm going to start from verse 6. It says, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds." Yep, so Lot knew about all this madness, and he had to, you know, understand that the Lord is not pleased with this type of lifestyle, this type of government, this type of governing, structure. Yeah, so it's gonna be excellent, man, when you see the Lord pull the plug on this place. When you're up in the sky in the chariots, above the ozone layer, and you see the world just in a blaze. You know, you're seeing people getting burnt up. Ships just burning and burning and burning. Yeah, so the Lord is righteous. The Lord has to bring about judgment because the world cannot continue like this anymore.
If you were to ask me what makes me cry in the walk-in cooler the most, this is truly the dream for everything I wanted is my business in my neighborhood that was built by my family and friends. And I have put so much effort into it because people keep gracing us with kindness.
Yeah, well, that kindness is about to run out. Yeah, so that point that I came, the Lord has already destined Babylon, Sodom, aka America, for a demise, sadness and misery. That's what's coming to this place very soon. So with that, just say Kal Halam Yamla, Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakadesh, the wonders and salutations to the elders and apostles of Gravestone and to the Akim tribe of the four corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom, shalom.